All right, guys. Happy Friday and welcome to the show. We're just gonna have a couple stories for you guys today. We're gonna be going over UFC later, so if you guys do enjoy that, we'll be going over basically, all the breakdowns of the main event and the main card. I probably won't be awake for the prelims. The thing starts in less than 24 hours now since it's in China, so. I got one main news story for you guys today. Mainly in the news today is the FBI raid on John Bolton, and I just don't have too much I guess information on it. I'd like to see more of like because it looks sketchy, right? I mean, like Donald Trump is called before for him to be arrested, but he says he knows nothing about it. And I think there's something to it in there. If you don't know, John Bolton was the national security advisor under Donald Trump, so he called for him to be jailed before. So I'm not really sure on that. I'm sure we'll find more information on what goes on there, but the story we're going to be going over today is I'll pull it up on screen actually. Hold on. Okay. Sorry, I have like three different screens, but the judge basically ordered, or I'll read it here. Judge orders that Alligator Alcatraz detention center be shut down for now. A judge ruled that the state and federal governments acted illegally by not conducting an environmental review before building the center in the Florida Everglades. This is something we've been saying, at least people on the left, for a little while now, that this center is like it's dirty. If you've ever seen the inside of it, it's literally insane. It's all see through. It's like it's like a cage. It's like literally like a UFC cage where they live in, and it's not paved underneath, and it's like really weird. From the videos that I've seen online, and yeah, I mean it's just like not sanitary, and the judges are finally saying we gotta clean this up. I mean, you can't just throw these people in the fucking concentration camps, dirty as shit, and just let them live like that. You know what I mean? I mean, they're humans. So I'll read the article here. The New York Times. A federal judge on Thursday ordered that no more immigrant detainees be sent to a center in the Florida Everglades, and that much of the facility be dismantled. See, now it's got to be dismantled. The ruling rebuked the state and federal governments for failing to consider potential environmental harms before building the facility known as Alligator Alcatraz. The judge gave both branches of government 60 days to move out existing detainees and begin to remove fencing, lighting, power generators, and other materials. The order also prohibits any new construction at the site. I think they were actually building. They were actually building like more space or something. So that's all got to be halted. Uh, Says right here that the decision is a major legal setback for the detention center, the nation's first state-run facility for federal immigration detainees, which has faced several lawsuits and numerous complaints about poor conditions and other problems. The state immediately filed a notice saying that it intended to appeal. Okay, and then it just gives you Judge Kathleen M. Williams of the Federal District Court in Miami. Uh, you can read the rest of it. It says federal governments have violated a federal law that requires an environmental review before any major federal construction project, like we've gone over. Not the first time. The Trump administration has not cared about not following any laws, right? And we've been saying this for a while. This detention center doesn't look right. It came out of nowhere. I mean, like Trump only took office like 7 months ago, and already this thing was built like 2 months ago, and it's like, something's not right here. How are you holding these people? and you've already had horrific reports coming out of Alligator Alcatraz. Here's one actually that I meant to show. Um, I remember reading this one like a month back. It was Alligator Alcatraz inmates forced to drink filthy toilet water as their horror conditions exposed. So basically, well, I was wrong. This was actually the video I was. This was the picture I was thinking of. You see, it's like a cage here, but I thought it wasn't paved. I think I did see like a video of it not being paved. Maybe it was before it was uh, built, maybe. But yeah, you can see it here. I mean, here's Donald Trump walking in. It's like literally like a cage. It's insane. But these people were drinking toilet water because there was no clean water at this detention center. I mean, it was ridiculous. I'll read some of it for you. Representative Maxwell Frost, Democrat, Florida, has painted a picture of the horrific scenes happening at Florida's Alligator Alcatraz after visiting the federal migrant detention center earlier this week. The sole Gen Z representatives' remarks echo the emerging reports from detainees about the catastrophic conditions and alleged abuses at taking place at the immigration holding site, where lines of white tents contain chain link cages. That's what I meant. With rows of bunk beds on sacred land in the Everglades of Central Florida. Uh, Frost recalled seeing hundreds of grown men in cages who resembled him, a 28-year-old of Afro-Latino descent, while visiting the new facility for roughly 2 hours after law enforcement crashed his unannounced tour. Okay, so I mean, moral of the story here is they're drinking out of toilet water because the water conditions weren't good there, and I remember reading other articles that they just weren't getting any water, and it's because they're migrants. I mean, why are you throwing these people in these um, why are you throwing these people in these detention centers with no preparation at all? It's just like stick them in there and do whatever the fuck you want to do, which is ridiculous. But yeah, like I said, that's pretty much everything today. It wasn't really anything crazy today. Jerome Powell spoke today. I mean, markets priced in that he was going to do a rate cut. He didn't explicitly say September either, but the market flew up earlier today. So, well, I mean, we'll see. Powell basically said in that speech, in his annual speech in Wyoming. I forgot whatever that really rich town in Wyoming is called. He did a speech there and basically said, we'll see what the CPI and the PPI reports are next month, and then he'll give his decision on the rate cut. So it'll be interesting to see what he does there. And then the John Bolton thing, I don't see. I from what I've seen, they haven't really given a reason yet for why they did it. So I just don't really feel like deep diving into it. It's definitely sketchy. I don't deny that at all. Uh, I mean, Trump has said that he wants him jailed. Uh, I mean, I'm sure something is going to come out more about that. That's on the headline of everything that I read. New York Times, New York Post, Washington Post, Daily Beast, whatever. That's the main story today. So I wanted to at least say something about that. I'm sure there'll be more information. I probably will be going over that on Monday. So yeah, I'll be posting then, and I'm still trying to get out more Substack articles. I've been slacking on that. I'll be posting more on there. I usually just make a YouTube video. Um, it's just easier to comprehend, and you don't have to read all that shit that I write down, but you can just listen here. But yeah, and then we'll have another video out later today about the UFC main event and just the main card and preliminaries. Even though I probably won't be awake. It starts at like 3, which is crazy. but cause it's in, I think it's in Shanghai maybe. I also watched the, I forgot the name of it earlier today. It was like a basically Shi Ming. Everybody knows, if you watch UFC, you know who that is. She fought, she lost 30-27. You know, I mean, she's way too small. I mean, it's kind of crazy. Um, you know, she's barely making straw weight. She's 5'2". She has a 5 inch reach disadvantage against like everybody. She was facing a fighting nerd though. I didn't even know the women had a fighting nerd, so that was interesting. Uh, but yeah, I'll just leave in the description, guys. All my socials down below, and if you want to help support independent media, my Cash App and things of that nature down there. That's very appreciative, and it's, you know, it's hard to get all these videos. But I love to keep everybody up to date, and I don't do it because of money at all. So, you know, I definitely do my due diligence, and I give my opinions on everything, but I don't, you know, I don't honey dick it. I don't like just rush through it and then, you know, post some random things. You know, I get everything straight, and then I'll try to give you guys the accurate news, and then my spin on what I think of it. So yeah, I mean, if you guys want to help out, this dash down below, and I appreciate all you guys, anyways, for watching my videos. The views has been going up, and I appreciate that very much. So we'll see you guys in the next video.